Paulina, I will appreciate that if there is any comment or question in the chat, you just let me know.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so as Paulina mentioned, FND means Family Network on Disability. It's was founded in the 80s, almost more than 40 years ago, by a group of parents of children with disabilities that were looking for information and resources. As you know, if some of you are in a clinical setting, waiting rooms are the perfect space for families to gather around while they are waiting for the children to end the therapy session. And probably you have heard, the parents are always asking questions about, do you know about this resource? Do you know about how to fill up this application? And many other questions. And if today that we have, technology and internet and AI, it's still complicated and difficult to find the right resources. Imagine how it could be like, more than 40 years ago. It was really complicated. So this group of parents had this intention, right, to provide the right information to the rest of people living in similar situations. And they did their work, and now we are funded, Family Network on Disability is funded by the Department of Education and the Department of Health. So we are not a small organization anymore. It was 40 years ago. And now we are one of the almost 100 PTIs in the whole United States. PTIs means Parent Training and Information Centers, which means that in each state of the country, you are going to find at least one Parent Training and Information Center. In the case of Florida, there are, I'm going to say that there are 4 because I'm going to talk a little bit about Parent to Parent of Miami because we are kind of cousins. But under FND, we have 3 Parent Training and Information Centers. So it's important to clarify that we are not attorneys, doctors, or mental health professionals. So we won't answer, we don't provide medical advice, we don't provide legal recommendations. But what we do is to support families and guide families to find the right answer for the questions that they may be having. And of course, if this is a clinical and medical question, we will guide them through the right programs and services available to them. And when it comes to education questions, educational needs, we are the ones that can provide the answers to them, because the main goal of FND is to support families in the navigation of the special education system. And we are talking about we are talking about public schools and charter schools. We don't cover private schools because private schools are not, they don't follow IDA. That it means that's the law that protects the educational rights of students with disabilities. And private schools, if they want, they can provide some kind of accommodations, but by law, they don't have to do it. But public schools and charter schools, they do. Our mission statement is the one that you're seeing in the slides. What I'm going to say is that what we want is to complete integration and equality for people with disabilities in our society. So we have 3 different programs in the United States, in the state of Florida. One is called POPIN, PSM, and the other one is called PEM. The POPIN means Parent Offering Parents Information and Networking. PSM means Parent Support Network, and PEM means Parent Education Network. We have similar goals. But the main difference is that, as you see, we cover different geographic locations and different counties. So Penn, which I represent, goes from, we serve from the Keys to Orlando. We have 8 different counties in the Penn area. And besides these 3 parent training and information centers, FND also hosts 2 other programs. One is Family Star, that is funded by the Department of Health. And Family Star focus on students with disabilities and complex medical needs. So let's say that this program has, if Popping, PSN, and Pain are more focused on educational needs, Family Star is more focused on medical needs and supporting families to navigate the medical and also the mental health system. And the other program that we have is Parent to Parent of Florida, that is funded by the national organization that is called P2P, Parent to Parent. And here we have volunteer parents that offer their time to provide emotional support to families living with disabilities. So kind of we split the needs of the families in between these programs, the parent training and information centers, Popping, PSN, and PEN, with focus on educational needs, parent to parent, with focus on more the emotional journey of the family, and Family Star more focus on medical and mental health, the navigation of the medical and mental health system. So now the question about what we do, right? So let me go to this other slide, because here we, I think is better explained. So the way that we support families to navigate the special education system is, I would say, through these three main areas. One is we provide individualized assistance to families, and also the professionals that provide support to them and anyone that may have a question about the navigation of the special education system. So families, professionals, individuals with disabilities can contact us, can call us, can go to our website, fill up a short form, leave a message, and we will contact them back and have a phone conversation. Sometimes can be a Zoom meeting, and we will discuss with detail what are their needs, what are their concerns, what is the situation of the child or the young adult or the adult. And based on that, we will provide guidance and support. And this guidance and support is not what we think it is. The information comes directly from the Department of Education. So our reference is always going to be IDA, the Individuals with Disabilities Educational Act. That is always going to be our starting and ending point. Besides providing individual assistance, we also provide presentations and conference. FND per se, we organize our own conference, academic summits, and mini conference along the year, usually between 4 and 5. They usually are virtual after COVID, so it can be a statewide attended. And besides that, we also partner with different kind of organizations, disability organizations, and any community organizations that in one way or another provide some services to individuals with disabilities, to students with disabilities, and they want to get more detailed information and training about specific topics. We have more than 50 different topics that we can cover, and in some moment I'm going to show to share with you some of them, so you can see what we are talking about. And also, we provide technical assistance with specific programs in Florida, like Early Steps and FIN, that we have a contract with them, and we provide a technical assistance related with material development and also developing toolkits, handouts, websites, and basically how to organize the information and present the information that this organization is providing to their own clients and families. So just to give you a look about our different tools, I want to share with you, and after this, I'm going to put this information in the chat. Each program has a Facebook page. So here I am in the PEN Facebook page, right? And just to give you an example of the kind of information we share with families via Facebook, here we have a small or a digital flyer with information about post-secondary educational transition. These are short videos, no more than 1 minute. And so families can have, in a very easy and quick way, have access to relevant information about transition in this case, right? The topics may vary. Besides that, here we post information about different upcoming events. This is one of them. We partner with Vocational Rehabilitation here in Miami-Dade, and we have a co-hosted presentation with them this upcoming March 4, where they will be talking about the different services that they provide to students with disabilities. Then, for example, we also have a strong partnership with the school district, the public school district in Miami-Dade County, and we record a video about, in this case, is about what parents need to know and do if they want to have their private ABA therapist attend the school and be with the kids during the school hours. So this is a presentation that talks about that exclusively. And of course, they are the autism department representatives from Miami-Dade County Public School are the ones who explain what parents need to know and what they have to do. So that's an example. Also, we use AI a lot to facilitate our work, and we post here different workshops so parents can take a look. Parents and professionals can take a look and on their own time, right? If it's at night, if it's during lunchtime, because we know the time it's a luxury for all of us, right? So this is completely free. All our services are completely free. You just go here and can access the information. Let me go to the chat and I can share this with you here. Also, if we go to our website, here, close here. Where is the website? Okay, if you go to our website, there are several information, right? But I want to highlight the following here in the information hub. There is a section where we have a special education resources that parents can download. Anybody can download here. And this is a way to present the long and complex information that IDA has in a simpler way and more direct way. So parents can have in a short period of time. Oops. Let me see. Information about, for example, the steps the main steps in special education for a parent that is, initiating the process or in the middle of the process. What are the different steps to get an evaluation? Who is part of the IEP team? IEP stands for Individualized Educational Plan, right? That if a child qualifies to receive disability services, they will have or a 504 plan or an IEP. What is an IEP? What is assistive technology? What is the best way to get in communication with the school district or with the school representative? All this information is here. What are the kind of goals that an IEP may contain? So there is a lot of information here presented in a very simple and direct way, easy to understand to our families. We have several languages here: English, Spanish, Russian, and Haitian Creole. Families can just click here and the information will be translated immediately. They will access the information in their own. Besides that, I also mentioned that I wanted to share with you the list of our different, let me go back to English, the different workshops that we have. Just to mention some, a guide to an individualized education program. We will talk here about IEPs. Here we have the list not only from the parent training and information centers, but also the Family Start program that, as I mentioned, is more focused on medical and mental health needs, understanding HDHD, assistive technology, beginning the journey. This is talking about the early step services, beginning the journey 2, that is what happens after early steps, what comes next, and what are the different services available. Collaborative communication. So it's a long list, and then we have a detailed series of workshops about IDA, because IDA is, like I said, it's a lot of information. So we talk about the free appropriate public education, the right to have an appropriate evaluation, and many other topics. If you are interested in getting this list, I can share that with Paulina, and Paulina can share that with you. So basically, if you as professional, or if you're serving any family that may have questions about the navigation of the special education system, what are the rights, what are the responsibilities, what are the steps that they need to do to get that evaluation, to get speech therapy in the school system, if the child needs that kind of therapy and intervention, you can explain about, share with them that we are here that FND is here to provide that service to them.